9:15, a little bit of change. Jaqueline, the general manager of Alton Elite Jiu Jitsu. You guys have had a really good start. I mean, over in that new location. And, you know, the brand's been there for so long, but this next chapter has really been a great one for you guys.
It has. We're growing at an incredibly rapid rate. It's been phenomenal.
Well, and, you know, take me through just the first couple of months and what you've been able to see as general manager.
It started a little rocky just because the building has still had quite a bit of work that we've had to keep doing as we've moved through classes, but every week we just get an incredible number of new people coming through, and we're really starting to find that we always knew we were a gym that anybody could come into, but now we're really seeing that. We're getting every walk of life, and it's been incredible.
Well, it's fantastic. And, you know, you guys just have a great team. And coming up, I know that there's going to be a Kyle Watson seminar that is definitely going to be one the public wants to take note on. Fill me in on that.
Yeah, so Strategic, which is just above us, we're both affiliate gyms underneath Kyle Watson, and he is basically our fearless leader. He's coming in for our normal annual seminar, but it's just one of the best times to get to go learn from an absolutely elite instructor. Kyle was actually one of my first coaches, and that's where my husband and I started. And so getting the opportunity to keep having lessons from him is probably one of my favorite activities. But he's just so incredible. He was one of the original UFC individuals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his academy is just probably hands down one of the best in the country, not just like the area. So having him and the opportunity to provide a free seminar for our students and our affiliates, just it's one of the best things.
That's incredible. And now fill me in on how we register or sign up for this.
Yeah, so we have an event on our Facebook page. Anybody can go there and check it out. And it's next Wednesday, the 28th, starting at 6 o'clock, and we'll go until 8 p.m. So you can also just come in and join us for the seminar day of.
Really cool. And now, with that being said, we'll take you right there to the Facebook page now so you guys can see it for yourself, and go right there to that event page too, and we'll talk about that winter special here shortly. But that's really just such a great opportunity to have an opportunity to learn from somebody who truly does have such a pedigree, you know, and really just showcasing what you guys do so well, being affiliated with that name too.
Yes.
Well, and now fill me in on your winter special.
Yeah, so we understand that there's a barrier to getting kids and just like college students into any type of sport. So we wanted to make it as accessible as possible. So we're providing a limited time discount for any full-time student to have a membership to come train that should be a little bit more manageable. We want to try and, like I said, we're inclusive, and we really want as many people to come through. And so we would like our older children who maybe need to like cross train. So we would love to have more wrestlers. And then college students, they always need something to do. And so we want them to have a membership that is within their means.
Really cool. And now take me through the membership. So it's $99 a month. And now how many classes, or what's that look like schedule-wise?
So depending on the age range, our youth classes, they're from like 6 to about 13, and that's Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
and
wow.
then for adults, we have classes every day of the week.
And for that $99, could they go whenever they would like? Oh, that's incredible. That's a great deal.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we'll take you right here because there is a sign up on their Facebook page, and if you go right there, it's pinned, and it'll take you to this form sheet that you would fill out, correct, and sign up this way. And with that being said, too, you know, we've talked to Adam before about, you know, what he experienced, you know, within the sport and just developing, you know, in life. And what do you see too, you know, not only from yourself, but also, you know, the youth, you know, and even others that, you know, go on this journey and kind of, you know, really just have this inspirational story to be told? It's
been quite the adventure. I've been coaching for almost 2 years at this point, and not including just my general background, but I've gotten to watch women, that's who I started with, really just kind of grow into themselves.
That's cool.
Jiu-Jitsu is a humbling sport. It's not something that is like a comfortable activity to get into. first, the barrier of just touching people is not something that we do as like a normal society thing. But being able to make friends while doing it has really been able to bring people closer and also keep them in the gym. We're not just a gym, we're a community. And so these are my closest friends now that I've been with them for 2 years again. And then with the children, we get a lot of them, they struggle with self-confidence or they've just never done any type of sport. And so bringing them into an unconventional sport is still hard, but it gives them this new sense of confidence. And like just with the adult programs, the kids come in and they immediately make new friends. It's been really fun to watch. And so they end up immediately having somebody new that they get to look forward to being with. Yeah.
Well, and now your gym as well, doesn't it have a daycare option too? See, that's where I think it's really cool for parents that maybe, you know, or maybe it's a single parent situation or one's at work and one works from home and, you know, needs that time, or you just name it. I think it's cool that you guys offer those services.
Yeah, that was actually what brought my husband and I to the gym.
Really?
Yeah, when we were originally in Nautilus, we had one child, and then since then we've had 2 more. So we have 3 children and we both train. And without having childcare available, we wouldn't be able to do it together. And jiu-jitsu is one of those sports and activities where you can do as a whole family and you can do as a couple. And so having the opportunity to safely put our children in a well-guided room with toys and activities that they actually enjoy doing has made a massive difference. It's one of the only reasons I can coach, I can train, I can run the gym.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, and, you know, take me through, I know you wanted to talk about the women's classes too, so let's touch on those. When do you guys meet for those, and what's that structure look like in that, you know, couple hours?
Yeah, so they are currently 5 o'clock on Sunday evenings.
Okay.
I'm hoping that as we grow, I can add more women's only classes. We do exclusively kick all men out of the gym for that hour.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, in that way, it's truly a woman's only, you know, experience.
Yes. It's important because not everybody is going to be willing to come into the gym when there are... Nobody in our gym has any ill intentions, but not every woman wants to train with men. And so providing them that opportunity to come in and just be exclusively with women, it makes a difference. And it's more fun, if I'm honest, than the other classes. We do have more fun. We play games. It's just an hour where a lot of us are moms as well. And so we just get to come. We get to be with our friends. And outside of the normal world, moms generally don't get a lot of free time to themselves. And so the fact that they can dedicate 1 hour a week where they get to go and just be with more women, it provides an opportunity that we don't otherwise get a lot of.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think going back to what you were saying earlier about being such a family sport, you know, you guys do a really good job, I think, of incorporating that dynamic with how you guys lay out your schedules throughout the week. And what's kind of the best way to give an overview of how your schedule runs? You know, because I know you have a lot of classes, so I don't want to, you know, trip you up or anything, but what's the best way to break it down for the public? Yeah,
so we do have, because my family does this together, we had to make another class for even younger kids. So our 3 to 5 year olds are
so cool.
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4:15, and then we segue directly into our youth class Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock. And then after that, we immediately have our adult classes. And it can be a little long, like the days can be long, but at the same time, it provides an opportunity for both the kids and the parents to be able to train together. The kids get to do their training, then they get to go to the playland where they just get to have fun with their friends, and the adults get to do what they're training, and then they all get to go home and have a wonderful night.
Have you guys thought about doing like an actual family class yet?
So we do actually have that occasionally.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we've got some of our students in the youth class who are wanting to compete later in the season. And so when they come with their parents, especially if I'm there, since I'm the youth coach and also as like a child-sized person, they can come and train with me during normal classes. So their parents will be in the same room. We'll all be doing the same thing. And then I'll alternate back and forth with their parents. They can work with their parents, and then they can work with somebody smaller.
That's cool.
It's been a fun way to do that. We do that a couple times a week, actually, with some of our students.
We'll take a quick break. It's 9:25, a little bit of change. We'll come back, talk more things Alton Elite, and get more on the seminar and upcoming opportunities. You stay there, and we'll be here in the studio after this.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
At Alton Elite Jiu Jitsu, we help students of all ages build confidence, discipline, and real-world strength. Join a supportive community that challenges you to grow both on and off the mat. Experience the art of Brazilian Jiu Jitsu with a 7-day free trial at our new location. Call 618-795-2692 or visit altonelite.com to start your journey today. Train hard, serve others, live elite at Alton Elite Jiu Jitsu.
Tomorrow isn't built by dreamers. It's built by doers. Because progress doesn't work unless we do. So at Ameren, we've been hard at work putting energy to work for you. Adding underground cables, installing advanced switches and sensors, storm hardening poles and power lines, making the energy grid stronger today so it can meet your needs tomorrow. Learn about projects in your area at Ameren.com/energyfuture.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation. Welcome back. 9:27, a little bit of change. Back with Alton Elite. Back with Jaqueline. So, we're talking during the break. Your guys' 7-day free trial is still ongoing, correct?
Absolutely. I don't think we'll ever get rid of it.
I like it. Now, how do we register? Is it online or by phone?
Online. You can also show up day of, and we can set you up during in between classes.
And is there waivers and things to sign? Yes. I'm guessing. Okay. Makes sense for the registration. I just, going back into this too, Kyle Watson seminar is just going to be a really good opportunity. And now that's not open. You have to be a part of the gym, correct, to go to this one?
Yes, but we are open to letting other affiliate gyms come in. And if anybody else wants to come in, we can also accommodate them too.
That's really cool. Well, and also just an opportunity, I think, to check out your guys' facility, which really is such a great spot in the area for this.
Yes. No, it's been a game changer, absolutely, for, one, the growth of our gym, but then also providing more amenities to our students. Having showers has made a massive difference. the gym is so clean. It's just been a fabulous time.
It's really cool. And, there's so many opportunities, whether you're doing jiu-jitsu or even striking and MMA and yoga on Saturdays.
Yes.
Who teaches that?
Shay Radcliffe. So she's over from RiverBend Yoga, and she has been so kind as to help come over. She actually, I hope, is going to start training soon as well. So she's going to have an even better knowledge. We wanted to find somebody who could collaborate with our coaches, and so her yoga program is geared specifically to kind of improve and mobilize our students within the series that we're currently working on.
So, and Shay is really just a great addition, because she's known in the area just to have great classes. And
yes.
I think that's what you guys do so well, is you have great coaches too, and really, not saying anyone else doesn't, but to have a pedigree and really not only just talented coaches, but all in the same mission.
Yes.
I think that's really big on, and just from what I followed on social media, what you guys really strive for, especially when you were starting this next chapter.
Yes. No, we wanted to make sure that the coaches we had were teaching at a high level. We wanted to make sure that it was accessible to anybody. So whether you're a beginner through advanced, our coaches have been doing a phenomenal job at making sure that our students are actually getting the information and instruction that they deserve.
1,000%. Well, and wanted to touch on too, for anyone that's maybe having, like you said, some trepidations or anything like that, whether it's for the women's only or, even just going into anything, what's your kind of thought just for them, and maybe just from your experience with working with other students on kind of just breaking that wall, if you will, or that, that stigma, because they could be uncomfortable for a lot.
I would encourage people to just come and watch. There's no harm in just showing up at the gym and watching a class in the moment. You're going to see kids having fun. You're going to see them also having discipline. We've been working really hard on that. But when you come in and watch an adult class, you're going to see people getting in great exercise. You're going to see them having fun as well. And I think that once you get that barrier just of actively showing up at the gym, you're going to find that you're going to be more encouraged to actually just come and try out a class.
Absolutely. And, going into this too, I saw Matt Hughes was on Facebook for you guys, and to be, in class and to have that opportunity, and really just the network that the coaches have and just you guys have. What a great experience for folks.
Oh, it truly is. That was such an honor to have him come out and actively teach some of our students. It hopefully we'll be able to replicate it, but that's actually something that I have found is incredibly beneficial with Adam as a coach. Is he's so willing to bring in other incredible coaches, whether it be for MMA or jiu-jitsu. And so our students get this opportunity of experiencing other coaching styles, other modalities of jiu-jitsu. And so it gives our students an opportunity to pick and choose what they're working on and find somebody that they might be able to emulate. And it's just a great way for everybody to improve their games.
1,000%. And, one side note question for me before we get back into the nuts and bolts of all of it is no gi just like if you come in like your trainers or something?
Yep.
And then are all the other classes, I guess, for jiu-jitsu, would those be gi classes?
Yes. Yeah, we want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to train, and we know that the gi is sometimes a barrier. We've found that with the children in particular, sometimes the texture.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes the texture of the material just is a little bit too much, but no-gi in and of itself is also becoming incredibly popular just with UFC and all of that.
Gotcha.
People are really working towards that. There are gyms now that exclusively only do no-gi, but it's just another way to train. It's another way to get better. There are things that overlap with gi and no-gi, and the way that they can make each game better can really be beneficial.
Well, and, kind of going off that, too, just in the last couple of years, it seems like jiu-jitsu has really just had an explosion in the St. Louis area with just, competitions and events. And do you guys have athletes that go and compete in these?
We do, yeah. We're actively trying to build our competition team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of ongoing. depending on how our students are doing, I personally enjoy competing. It provides an opportunity to understand how you're doing with your own training, whether or not there are areas where you need to improve, or you can't always be the best. And so going and getting the opportunity to fail sometimes can also be really important just for the learning aspect. But yeah, we've got a handful of students that compete fairly often.
It's fantastic. And as we wrap up this conversation, the big thing right now, Kyle Watson's going to be on the 28th, and that's 6 to 8 p.m.
Yep.
And for affiliate or non-affiliate gyms,
we're still willing to have you.
We're still willing to have you, but also the $99 a month for the student special, or the winter special ongoing right now for students. This is really cool. Fill me in one more time on this, just so we can get the public excited.
Yeah. So our winter special is for all full-time students. We want to make sure that it's accessible. We know with multiple sports with kids, it's expensive. We know college students don't generally have the most money either. We want you guys to have the opportunity to still get to train in an environment that is just elite in itself. But we also want everybody to show up for our seminar. It's going to be phenomenal. Kyle is just an incredible person to get to learn from, and so every opportunity I think is worth taking.
Well, and you really get to see, I'm sure, the community that you guys have on full display that day.
Absolutely, too, yeah, because we have so many affiliate gyms that show up. We normally have people from all of the head nods. We've got occasionally people from Strategic that come in. And people from Watson's themselves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, it's a great time.
This is really cool. Jaqueline, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break, come back. Daily Show hits you next.